All right, so what's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me on your lunch today. Going to go through some tips and strategies for social media and some of your website stuff. But first, I just wanted to kind of introduce myself. My name is Dan Spambauer. I'm a co-owner of FS Web Centers Oshkosh. So we work with small to medium-sized businesses to gain a bigger online presence. So I actually work hand in hand with the development team, and we build your website. We can do social media packages. We do SEO. We do Morse Connect, which is our text messaging marketing, which is pretty cool. So that actually sends text messages from your business phone, not your personal cell phone, to your customers and clients. And we do also do an online reputation package, which we kind of go in and clear up some of your, if you've had any negative feedback towards your business, right or wrong. People seem to post those kind of things. So we do all kinds of stuff too. So really, we're in every kind of market. We've been open now for just over a year. May of 2019 we launched, so it's been exciting. I've been to work with some local business owners as we went along and keep growing. Not in the Fox Valley, not only in the Fox Valley, I should say, but kind of within the state of Wisconsin, starting to get some pretty good traction that way. Always got my coffee here, so let's kind of get into it. Lunch and Learn website and social media strategies for businesses, and this can include nonprofits or team websites. I know there's a lot of youth programs, really anything. So we can kind of get into that, and especially for home-based businesses as well. We'll get some strategies into that. Let's move forward here. Oh, my clicker's not working. Okay, so today's presentation, websites, social media, and I'll kind of talk about the free audit. That's something that we offer as well. But so this is kind of what an overview of what today is going to look like. With websites, what's a good website look like? What is a responsive website? This is the most important, and why is it so important? We'll get into that. And SEO, the lowdown on SEO. I know everybody search engine optimization. Everybody's curious about that, and a lot of people hear good and bad things about that. So we can kind of try to help explain that and what the proper SEO techniques are. Then we'll jump into social media. What social media platform should your business be on? How many times a week should you be posting? Social media management. Do you need somebody that's strictly in charge of that? All kinds of cool things with that. And then finally, our free audits and more. What is the next step to see how your current online presence is stacking up against the competition? We here at FS Web Centers Oshkosh, and me personally, have a nice little form, real simple. We take your business website or your social media and dive into it and see what's working and what's not. And some people we've looked into and said, wow, you have a great presence online. You don't need any of our help. So that has happened as well. So pretty cool. But the time is now to utilize these strategies, right? I mean, even before the whole, COVID thing, you needed to be online. You needed to have a presence, whether you were selling e-commerce wise, whether you were, just having a website. You needed to be online. This is where it's going. I mean, people are ordering groceries now online. So what do you think in 5 years is going to be? It's going to be even more stuff going to be delivered to your house that's going to be ordered online. So let's get into kind of some of the things today. So what does a good website look like? Now, I put the website on a separate page just because it was too big. But simple, focused designs that help your customers understand their options, right? So, having so many things going on at once is sometimes gonna look at the customer, is gonna look at, okay, where do I go from here? I just want to check where the menu is for the restaurant, or hey, I just want to see the business hours. So keep it simple, but keep it focused. So that's very huge when we look into website development where we're at, and that might be something that you want to look into too. A lot of business owners, depending on the size of the company or business, have somebody in place, not the owner, that's doing these kind of things. So again, it can be somebody that's in charge of their marketing department. Really take a look at your website, and if you have questions, feel free to answer or reach out to us, and we'll take a look as well. Keeping submenus in navigation to a minimum. You'll see this on the next page, right? So I love this statement. If you're reading a submenu that feels like completing a homework assignment, the user may leave the site prematurely. And that's actually from a good friend, Ryan Stack, who's a part of the business as well, who's very good at digital marketing. And that's so true. right? If you have to really page through your website and look and be like, okay, where do I go from here? Where is this? Where is this? Like, and your mind's starting to like turn, like you're in 8th grade thinking that science test that you didn't study for. Like that shouldn't be how your mind works. It should be simple, precise, and keeping them to a minimum. Design for your target customer by understanding who is on your site and why they are there, right? So get a target demographic, like who's coming onto your website. Let's say you're a local pizza place here in Oshkosh. What type of people are ordering food? Saying age bracket. Maybe it's those new fresh families. In that 30 to 50 age range. Things like that. That's such a good way to start seeing where your sales are coming from. So really creating that target market. Doing a small market research or survey. And two, just have like what age groups coming into your restaurant, what time of day, what days they're coming in. I know Sundays, me and Jenny seem to order out food on Sunday nights. So that would be, people in their early 30s are seeming to order food at this time. So design your website accordingly, right? See who's is going to be on clicking around on your website, whether it's a menu or ordering food directly through your website. That's just huge. But you can create more of a meaningful design to help speed up the decision-making process. This is so true as well. Like if you have a more simpler site, I mean, how many pizza places are there across the country or just in the Fox Valley, right? If you're in the delivery range of, 10 to 15 minutes, you have a boatload of options, whether it's a national franchise chain or a local startup or a local company or business. You want to have them make that decision quickly, right? You want to say, okay, I know I want a pepperoni pizza. I'm going to this place. So keep it simple. Make that process or that precision decision time, I should say, precise or, with going through what you're going to order. So this is I stretched this out. So looks kind of goofy on here, but this is what I'm talking about. Keeping those sub menus tight and get the point you're trying to get across. My company, this is a Mexican restaurant. Okay, you got the homepage, which you can always go back to. Perfect. About us. Learn a little bit about if it's a family business, how it got started. Got that menu third, right? Then not only on the menu, you got a separate drink menu, which is awesome, but you don't call it a drinks menu. You just say drinks. That's going to get people interested. Wow, you might have a special drink, but you're not paging through the food menu for it. Catering options. This is huge. Hey, let's say you got a 40, 50 person meeting at your company. Look at the catering options, right? So now you're not paging through that menu, your precision, but you're keeping it sub menu. Reservations, make it easy, right? Here's who to call. Maybe you can order or reserve a table right through the website. And then you got your multiple locations, and then you have a small blog on the side. I actually really like this blog option instead of reviews, right? So a lot of people have review links on there, but having a blog, talk about what's going on in the business this week. Did you add a new food item? Did you have an awesome party that came through that was awesome to host? Whether it was like Oshkosh Corp came through and it was a great time. We had an awesome lunch for 2 hours. Talk about that blog. Keep it community based. I highly recommend putting a blog on there, especially if once a week, right? Keep your customers and clients notified what's going on. So this is where I'm talking about with the sub menus. Pretty cool on that aspect. So the biggest thing I want to go with a website is a responsive website. Now this is, going into this, I didn't know myself what a responsive website was and why it's so important. So in simple terms, responsive web design is the process of optimizing your site on various devices. So that means is your website, if let's use ESPN, you're going on ESPN on your laptop, right? From work, at home, wherever. That website looks the same when you go on your phone, right? But it's easier to scroll down, right? You're not enlarging the screen to try to get to links. It optimizes with the device depending on the size of the device, right? So again, like when people access the site, it still looks good. It works properly no matter what device they use. And let's be honest, mobile phones is where people look on the internet now. I mean, that's the percentage wise, it's through the roof. And look right here, 80% of users used a mobile device to search the internet back in 2019. That's 80% in 19. Can you imagine what it was now at 20? Maybe it dipped a little bit because people are home on their laptops, but people are on the run. People are on the go all the time. They're using their mobile website or they're using their phone to search the internet and search websites. So it should look good when it switches over. Report also shows that 40% of online transactions were done using a mobile device. I guarantee that percentage is over 50% now, especially with food delivery, apps. I mean, there's just too many things that your phone can't, or that your phone does, I should say, that is incredible. So that is so big. Why you need a responsive website. So it makes all the world of a difference, because I know personally there's a few websites that I'm working on with clients. Their website looks okay on the desktop, but they're selling, construction parts, things like that. Well, salesmen, other companies are going to search on their smartphone right away what your company is, and then all of a sudden you get to that website and you have to, scroll and use your fingers to scroll and make these things bigger so you can see. That's an issue. It should come right away to a good size that people can see, and then that makes the ordering process and contact information so much easier with that. Another issue with responsive websites is they're needed for proper SEO. SEO should always be a one-time charge. I wanted to get this out to you because I've had so many customers and potential customers saying, well, I'm paying monthly SEO from a local company. Never, right? It should be a one-time thing. If the website's built properly, it should be a one-time charge for SEO. Many companies scam by charging by the month. Just by clicks, engagements, and things like that is what they're using. It does not matter. It's a one-time thing. Unless the only time is it would change is, let's say you're a local plumber, for instance. You are building in the Oshkosh, Neenah area, and now you've grown your company. You want to expand to more of a regional, which would be, let's say, Milwaukee, Madison, up to Stevens Point, things like that. Then we change your regional SEO, or we add some more markets, right? That is the only time it should change. It should never change by the month, and you should never be charged per month as well. So another big thing is optimizing your graphics and infographics, right? So using good quality, beautiful images on your website. It shouldn't be ones that look very pixelated and you've seen them before. They just don't look right? Pulling things off Google is not always the best option. Having an SEO friendly site by adding these pictures is just huge. And and another thing is naming your pictures as well. So sometimes when you place your pictures into your website, you can name them, and that's actually the SEO can actually pick that up, which is crazy, right? So if you name, let's say you have a picture of the Meat Lovers Pizza, let's say, name it as a JPEG, your business name, let's say it's Players here in Oshkosh, Players Meat Lovers Pizza JPEG. Name it that way, because that actually can help pick up the SEO from the Google searches, or the search engines will actually pick that up. So that is another thing where you're not actually even putting a word on your website. You're just using that picture, and that can start generating things and picking up things for searches. I'm going to move my picture over here a little bit so I can read this, but using relevant keywords, still big in SEO, right? The use of text has been and will always be a vital part of your website, right? While videos and images can enhance your site and conveying site's way of conveying a message or getting across to your customers, the text will be the most efficient way to get across. And this is because Google cannot pick up what you're saying in your video, right? So I can go on and do a great video about Dandy boxes, for instance, and let's say this my platform is built up. They're not going to hear the words or they're not going to pick up on the words from that video. They're going to pick up on the text from that. So again, place videos on your website, great idea, but maybe do a comments under. If you see that even in the newspapers, there'll be a picture of a sporting event. It'll say, this picture was taken from Oshkosh West High School on this date. So that gets people, when they're searching, they might be searching Oshkosh West basketball. Well, now that picked up to that picture brought them to the site. So that is huge. Videos and images, though, are always still big, like I said before, but name your image, right? If you do a video, write a comment under your video so the search engines can pick that up. Text is still, more than that. However, the text you're using is under the radar of Google. Kind of just more of a simpler term that I typed out before this. But once I get rolling on SEO, that's how I do. But yeah, so it's just so big. Responsive websites is just huge, huge, huge. So I want to put this out on a slide. It's a lot of words, but I didn't want to make it too with pictures and stuff though. But through effective web designs, you will hit two birds with one stone, right? So not only will it provide your visitors a great user experience, but it'll also put your site on top of the SEO ranking. So that's what I'm saying again. A responsive website with the SEO, it's all included in one. So that's where the killing two birds with one stone comes in. Uh, you're going to be on top of that Google, right? You're going to be listed on that Google search high up there, high rankings, because Google can pull all those keywords and those images, titles, and the video comments. They can pull that stuff. So if you need an SEO friendly website design, get in touch with me or through Anyway or with Jenny as well, and they can get it to me. It's you got to have this responsive website, because otherwise SEO is useless. And I've worked with a customer and I felt so bad for him. He was paying, a couple years worth monthly of SEO, and they don't have a responsive website. It took me 2 seconds to look at their website and realize it wasn't responsive. So what were they paying for SEO, right? And he sent me all these charts and graphs and PDFs of what the clicks, but it was all useless. It's unbelievable. So make sure your website is responsive first, and then we can go from there with SEO. But take a look at your business, or take a look at a friend's business, or if you hear people say, "Wow, I don't know what to do with my website, seems not to be building the way I wanted to," that's probably a reason why, is you're not hitting that SEO market. So social media platforms, want to get into this a little bit. Business, got to have a social media platform at some rate or another. And whether you want to work on it or not, for being a business owner, it's tough. I get it. There's so many other things, because you're basically running a marketing campaign. So I would recommend putting somebody in charge of it. For us home-based business owners, do scheduled posts. We'll get into more of that, but you got to have your business on a page. So let's start with Facebook, the mother lode, we call it. So are you taking advantage of the world's largest referral network? I love this because it's so true. People can post. Social media, it has changed, and it's continued to change. Facebook has changed. There's more of an older population on there with, moms, dads, grandparents on there, but it's still the king, right? When it comes to getting your business out there, and it's still the number one site people go to. So create a business page, keep it simple. It's a step-by-step process. It'll tell you exactly, okay, type your business hours in here, type this in here. I mean, it is so simple. You got to create that though. Post 3 times a week minimum, right? I don't like oversaturating with posts every day or every couple hours. Some businesses do that, and that's fine. But I think 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or do it Tuesday, Thursday, Monday mornings, or, just keep consistently. And we'll get into that as well. And also share your business page, get page likes, get post comments. This helps the algorithms of Facebook with engagement. So that's going to start showing up more on random people's feeds if more people are commenting on it. Like Ed Milet, he's got a crazy business page, right? And I always comment, max out or whatever. But now people are seeing my stuff. I'm commenting using FS Web Centers Oshkosh. Now there's more traction that way. But it's always changing the algorithm. So you got to kind of stay up on that, and you'll start seeing, 1 week you'll see, wow, I had a whole bunch of business page hits this week. And then 2 weeks later, I don't have hardly any. That's because Facebook's constantly changing. So stay consistent on that. Instagram, I can't. This has been a big for me, and for my personal, page, and my podcast pages as well. Kind of treat my personal page, as my business page, but be your brand on Instagram, right? So unlimited posts per week. I'm totally okay with that, whether it's updating your story, whether it's posting, the normal one picture thing, small video. But here's where you keep your post percentage wise. So 80% of your post should be personal on your brand, right? And 20% should be on your business. So this is for small business owners. This can be for at home-based business owners. If you own a bigger business, go ahead and create an Instagram page for your business that posts strictly business stuff, but also have a personal Instagram page as well as a business owner, because that's going to connect the two, and you're going to get more, feedback and likes and hits and things like that on that. Hashtags, huge. Whenever you're posting something, let's use the pizza thing again. Like you have pizza in Oshkosh, always hashtag pizza, always hashtag Oshkosh, always hashtag Wisconsin, always hashtag Fox Valley, right? You want people that are local, shop local or local hashtag. Just get engagements, but use hashtags. It doesn't have to be 1,000 of them. I recommend between 5 and 10, per post, and you can always continue to change them. But if you want to build an Oshkosh, hashtag Oshkosh. If you want to build in the Fox Valley or throughout the Fox Valley, hashtag Fox Valley, but hashtag Neenah Oshkosh Appleton, right? So do a little bit of everything with that. Can't stress that enough. Hashtags are still pretty big right now. And then again, comments and tagging. If you're at a restaurant or a business, comment, say, hey, I had a great pizza here, and tag that business in there. That's just huge. And then finally, LinkedIn professional. This is one-on-one professional. It's getting kind of saturated, LinkedIn, but I have found a lot of value in this as a business owner. Use this as business networking. I get so many messages about, meeting and one-on-one, getting to know my business. It's a free referral system for business people, right? They're looking for things, whether it's your business or to teach people about their business, take the meeting, right? Or figure something out, because the more people you know, the better. You never know who you're going to meet. So that's why I really love using LinkedIn, and I've really had some great traction on that. On here though, for posts, I like sharing good, cool articles with the business. I share a little bit of things on my business, or like my forums, that like a Google form or something like that, once or twice a week. But post your fun events at your business, right? So let's say you're having a company retreat or something, post that kind of stuff there. Post 2 times a week, definitely on Thursdays. For some reason, the algorithms on LinkedIn, Thursdays seem to be getting the most hits right now. So people seem to be on LinkedIn on Thursdays, mornings and afternoons. I don't know why, but it just seems to be that's what things are hitting right now. So LinkedIn, keep it professional, great networking tool to actually get to know other business owners and people in the industry. I want to get a separate slide on this. So create a content calendar. So I'm going to kind of read off this, and I'll kind of chime in with things going on. But your customers are on social media all day, and that's even more true during the lockdown. Word of mouth advertising is the most valuable marketing there is. And social media is word of mouth advertising on steroids, right? So it's not just, I see you at a local coffee shop and start talking about the new pizza place that came into town. You're going to look at, social media, right? And that's so true. But you got to stay consistent, right? So creating a content calendar, you can schedule posts. I highly recommend doing that. Like pick a Sunday night and say, I'm scheduling this post on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or however you want to do it. Write a bunch of posts out right away, and then you don't have to worry about it throughout the week, and you can kind of leverage your time that way. But you got to stay consistent, right? So your plan will keep you posting and engaging consistently, so your audience knows what to expect and wants to engage from you. You'll get an idea of like, wow, there's a lot of likes on this one. They talked about my, specials for Wednesday night. I'm getting more on that than just posting about, something else. You'll see that engagement. You'll see those clicks. Facebook does an excellent job of actually showing insights on your business page, where it's like a free marketing thing. Like, oh my gosh, it actually shows, where the clicks were coming from, the general area. I mean, it's a non-paid thing through Facebook. So definitely utilize that through your business page, but stay consistent. And then intention and focus. By thinking about what to post, you can create a home base that distributes thoughtful content, which supports your overall marketing goals rather than just posting on the fly. Again, so true. I get a lot of questions about Facebook advertising. Highly recommend it. I think, we do some Facebook advertising packages. So if you're interested in that, you can see on the side here the statistics. I won't go into that, but we have basic, premium, and premium plus. But if you just want to try it for a day even, I mean, they're so low. I mean, we're talking like, and it tells how many people it's going to reach. It could reach a couple hundred people for $2. I mean, eventually this is going to skyrocket. I'm going to tell you that it's coming very soon, where these, a $2 to reach 500 people might be in 2 years, might be $15 or $20. It's just going to go up because everybody is online and doing that. So highly recommend, ask me about the Facebook advertising things, but if you want to try them on your own, it's very simple to set up and pay and see what kind of engagement you get as well. But it's very cheap right now for advertising, and I don't know why it stayed the same, but it's going to go up, and it's coming fast. So that's a little bit about Facebook advertising, but really create a content calendar. Know that you're going to post on Tuesdays and Thursdays at this time, so you get your audience, your customers, or your clients engaged consistently. So that was kind of our lunch and learn. What am I at? Oh, right on time, 25 minutes. But if you have any questions about your business, or if you're business owners, or if you work with the business owners on it, feel free to reach out to me. Here's my email address. If you want to check out our Facebook business page, I'm still updating it constantly. That's at FS Web Centers if you search that in Facebook. And then we do have our regular website that shows all our digital marketing products, our responsive websites that we build. We build all custom. We build, it's not off templates, so it's pretty cool with that. So if you're interested more about that, you can check out our website there and ask me about our free website audit. It's a free little Google form and I'll send you. Just get your name, your business name, your website, what social media platforms you're on, things like that. And I'll take that. I'll take a couple days. I'll look it over with my development team, and then we'll give you a positive, negative feedback on each thing. Not saying negative, but saying, hey, this could be updated better, or maybe be posting on Instagram more. It looks like you're getting some content there. So that's kind of a constructive criticism feedback, I should say. But like I said, I just did a customer in our networking group, looked over his website, and I could not find anything. Our development team thought this is great. It's hitting the SEO, and they're a huge business here in town, Oshkosh, so they're really hitting their market. So I said, hey, guess what? I have some feedback for you. And the guy's like, oh, was kind of down. He's like, well, what's going on? He goes, your website's great. Your SEO is great. Your social media, keep posting. You can be a little better on social media, but you don't need any help from us right now. So very, very open to that, and very honest. And that's what I want to be, because I'm in it like you. I'm trying to help people and help businesses as well. So that is our lunch and learn today. I want to thank everybody for coming on, and this will be recorded. And so if you want to share this with other business owners for the future, feel free to do that. Otherwise, everybody have a great day.